Hello again. This is Marlon, and today we're going to keep talking about multiple intelligences. And now we're going to talk about one really interesting intelligences that will be intrapersonal. The intrapersonal intelligence, it's a way how we can work by ourselves, or in this case for students, how one student can work by himself or herself. So the students with this intelligence that is higher than the others uh, like to work by their own most of the times. They like to do their things by themselves, and they prefer to doing things and to have like personal or individual activities. So another thing that it's the interpersonal intelligence, it's to recognize our own feelings, our own ideas, and to be really, really smart or comprehensive of what do we feel and what do we want to do. So in ELT English language teaching, I think that this is an interesting way how to see the language or the teaching of this language, because whenever we teach a language, it's not just to know it by our own, because usually a language is to communicate. But with the interpersonal intelligence, because there's many people in the world, in every place in the world, that prefers to do things by their own. So I think that we have many ways to practice the interpersonal intelligence. For example, one, it's keeping a journal. A journal, it's an amazing way to practice our interpersonal abilities, because you just need to write, you just need to record or have a history of what you do during the day. And it's really good for writing and for the grammar, because you can check your just mistakes, you can check what you can improve, and also you will see how you improving by the days. And also it's something that intrapersonal people really like, because they look what they did every day, they focus on themselves, and they learn by themselves, and that is an amazing thing that they can do. Another thing is the self-evaluation. Whenever we with any homework, any assignment, we can provide a self-evaluation. So in that way, the students can practice their own feelings, their own ideas, and even if it was a group activity. And the last thing that I think that is truly amazing for interpersonal, it's activities like writing a story, reading a book, listening to music. These kind of things doesn't necessarily to be with people if we can do it by our own. And I think that's one of the good things of the interpersonal intelligence, that uh, it doesn't necessarily, like, we don't necessarily need to have, for example, many people with us or a lot of material. Are things that are more here and here in our head. So I think that it's a good way to learn English, but it's a little bit like a challenge, because whenever we learn English, we need to interact with people. But this is a way that we can do it. So one of the advantage of this is that we can, with interpersonal students, they can learn by their own. They can try to increase and increase without having like a group or interaction with many people. And also it's like a simplest way to learn English. But one of the challenges or one disadvantage will be that if we relate this with other kind of learners, like people with intelligence of musical or interpersonal intelligence, that will be a little bit difficult, because they prefer to have it like in a social group or with different activities. But I think that we need to learn how to work by ourselves and how to work in both scenarios. So even if an interpersonal student or if intrapersonal students is not in their comfort zone, we all need to learn all these situations. So I think it's a good way, but we need just to manage it perfect. So, or not perfect, but in the best way that we can do. So that's all for the videos of today. I hope you enjoyed it, and let's see you in a future video. Bye bye.